Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and I am a career coach here at the Flatiron School. This video will focus on preparing you for your mock HR interview, specifically reviewing key interview questions and how to structure your elevator pitch. Mock interviews are a great way to simulate real interviews, which you will be experiencing throughout your job search. This interview will focus specifically on HR or cultural-based questions and will serve as a tool to help you strengthen your story. These questions are going to be helpful in preparing for HR-focused conversations, including your mock interview. As you can see, all of these questions are about you, your background, your experience, and your passion for code. The important thing to remember here is you have all the answers. These questions are not necessarily difficult, but what can be challenging is figuring out the best way to articulate your responses. What your elevator pitch should be. Your pitch should be a short summary of what you did before Flatiron School, your transition into technology, and what you're doing now. It should be interesting and leave the person curious to learn more about you. Your elevator pitch should not be a detailed autobiography of your life, starting with the day you were born and where you went to high school. Instead, it should be pretty straightforward, identifying key components of your background in a clear and concise way. Also, remember to emphasize code. Your interviewer should walk away with a clear understanding of how and why you transition to programming. When drafting your elevator pitch, you want to make sure to avoid the following. There is no quicker way to end an interview before it starts by asking, "What do you want to know?" Instead, when somebody says, "Tell me about yourself," use that as a cue to dive straight into your elevator pitch. Sharing very personal information. This can make people really uncomfortable really quickly. It is not advised to overshare, especially in the first round of interviews. Instead, work with your coach on drafting your story in a way that's not too invasive. Rambling. Try your best to stay focused and on point. If you find yourself going off on a tangent, do your best to steer the conversation back on track. And finally, overemphasizing how junior you are. For the most part, you are all junior level developers and are going to continue to learn throughout your career. However, identifying just how much more you need to know or need to learn before starting a job can be a red flag to employers. Instead, focus on your skills, your strengths, and your willingness and ability to continue to grow. Also, when thinking about your elevator pitch, you should focus on the following: your value and your desire to contribute to a team, how you became interested in code, how your background connects to programming, and identifying any accomplishments from your past life. When thinking about structuring your elevator pitch, you might want to think about your responses to the following questions. What was your first exposure to coding? What were you doing before Flatiron School? Where are you now? What are you really excited to be doing or building at the Flatiron School? And finally, where are you going? What are your professional plans and goals for the future? As a reminder, there is additional information on the career prep track, and you'll be working with your coach individually in helping you to draft your pitch. Quick reminder, always continue to code. Make sure to start thinking about your elevator pitch and identifying what information you want to include in your story, and make sure to schedule a mock interview with your coach. As always, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to your coach directly or email the team at careerservices@flatironschool.com. Thanks for checking in.